Another video down at the car auction. It was a bit of a hit last time we did it, and like I said, I've been off today doing a few bits. Chris has been working at his house, and he called me up and said, should we have a run down the auction, see what they got going on down there. We haven't really got anything to sell at the moment in stock. The little Beetle, the bits come for that today, so that'll be available soon. But he said, let's run down, do another, bit of a video down the car auction, have a little wander around and see if we can nick a little bargain to flip on the channel. And yeah, so we're down here now. We're going to have a good walk around, see what's available. If I do see anything I like, I'll come in and out, tell you what cars I've found, why I like them, and what we're prepared to pay for them, etc. Hope you enjoy the video, guys, and as usual, leave your comments in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. We're actually going to be starting here, walking up and down the aisles, all the way through them, and then moving outside to go through the ones outside. It is pretty parky out there, but we didn't even realise till we just walked in there's a van auction tomorrow, which would have been quite good to attend really, but it is short notice now. Well, I didn't realise it was on, but there's a couple of nice old motorhomes going through as well, so they're always quite good, and you can get a bargain. There's some real nice ones further back, but I'm not going to go down there because it looks like the auctioneer and his team are having a bit of a meeting. There's some Luton vans and a couple of other vans, but these little things absolutely still brilliant. They go forever. Nice little camper van, that. So I'm going to have a start wandering up and down, see if I can find something we like the look of. And I am trying to find I wasn't going to bring it up in a video yet, but I am trying to find my missus a new motor. We're going to upgrade the Evoque to something a little bit newer, so I'm having a good look round for something down here and through the other auctions. We have had to have a quick dash out at the few four-wheel drives that are out here, and we did look earlier and there was meant to be a Sport going through, and that was kind of what made my mind up. We have kind of got our hearts set on the later Sport. But I've just spotted this out here. Nice Range Rover Vogue, looks really, really nice. Lovely on the miles, 60,000, 62,000. All serviced at Land Rover, looks a real nice thing. But, and this isn't me not being sexist in any way, because obviously, guys, I'm not like that, but I just think this is too big for my missus to drive. She has only been driving a couple of years, and these are absolutely ginormous compared to a Sport. I've just had a little look round it, and it's got like a crack and a split in the headlight there, and there's quite a bit of damage down on the bumper on the corner here, and it looks like that PDC's all been pushed back and somebody's just pulled it out from behind. And when you look the other side, this sill's sitting all nice, and this side it has got quite a big gap in it. So these are the little bits that you should look out for down an auction. Obviously, where it has had a bit of a clump there and now, it's not just a little scrape, it has had a little bit of a bang now. But I thought I'd show you guys around it anyway. I was here looking at it, and it does look very, very nice, but absolutely ginormous. It's quite a nice colour. If you said blue to me, the same with the other Range Rover Sport, I'd have said, oh no, definitely not. But when you get up close, it just shows you it must have been quite a popular colour, because it is the same, and it really is a nice thing. Just a shame that that Sport isn't down here, but there is some quite nice four-wheel drives here, but they all seem to have a bit of damage on them. You've got that 64 Reg X5 there, and straight away you can notice all that on it, and that is right down to the metal there. But again, really, really nice car, all black leather in it. Sorry guys, I know that the torch has come on the camera. Oh, it's an X3, not an X5. God, see, they seem to be getting bigger, and I mistaked it for an X5. X3 X-Drive 2-litre diesel, still a very, very nice car. You can see it's an X3 now when you look at that angle. My eyes were concentrated on that bit of damage. Nice Jag there, very, very nice. Little Audi. There seems to be quite a few Audis on the inside stacked up, but these still are so impressive for their age. I mean, 13, this is the very, very, very last of these. This will be the last one they made before they went over to the new shape. and I know that they produced these in 13. There was obviously quite a few left over, and they brought out the new shape in 13 as well. But this car does look really nice. It does. They all do want a bit of work at this age, and you can see it does want a badge kit on it. That really lets it down, and for the sake of 20 quid I'd have done that before putting it through the auction. Again, it's got a few little scuffs. I hope you're enjoying this video. Sorry guys, I'm literally just filming these just to show you guys what is down here and what's available. That is lovely mileage for a car of this age. 65,000 miles. Aircon leather, sat nav, spare key, 2 former keepers, current keeper since May 17. 5 service stamps, last serviced at 57k. So very, very nice car, all up together. Quite a lot of curbing and damage around both of those wheels on the passenger side. Oh, it's an autobiography as well, so it is pretty specced out nice. It's got those lovely tailpipes on it. You really can tell those autobiographies apart. A bit unfortunate, guys. The auctioneer guy come over there and said, you're actually looking at that silver Range Rover Sport, and that and the car next to it, 2 cars next to it, are actually sold. So was wasting our time there. But while we was over there, they have been bringing a few more cars round, and I've spotted this little car. You know I like them. They're really, really easy to sell, and I've actually got a couple of customers at the moment said, Rob, if any Fiat 500s come up, I want one for, you know, for their wife or whatever. But we've just had a little good look around this car. It is quite high mileage. It's done 95,000, which is quite a lot, to be fair, for a little car like that. But it is the nice model. There's quite a lot of lacquer peeling off the roof, so that's going to want painting. And the bonnet has got like a dent in it here and quite a few stone chips on it. The headlights need a good polish up and a buff. That passenger one's gone really dull, but you know me, I've got spares in the container that we could put straight on it. But looks quite a nice car. I'm going to have a bid on this tonight, as long as it sounds nice. It's not a twin air, it is a little 1.4, so long as that sounds nice. It's quite high mileage. If we can buy that worth the money, there'll be a day's money, a nice little profit in that, and a nice bit of content for you guys, seeing us get it all cleaned up and sorted. So let's move on and see what else we can find. So really not a great deal down here, guys. It was literally that Fiat 500 and this little Volkswagen Fox. We know that they're nice, easy, quick little sellers, and it has only done 51,000 miles, but it does want a bit of work. The Joe Public that comes down here in general, like 80% of people, they just think, oh, it's got a little scuff and a scratch on it. You know, we know what things cost. And this car, I mean, it has been through the wars a little bit. And as you go down it, there's pretty much a mark on every panel on the car. It's no drama. We can get the scratch and dent man round to sort all those out. But there is, with these black cars, everything shows up. And the only bit that concerns me is I want to look at, once he gets in this car and unlocks it, is this gap here down the boot. I don't know if it's the catch giving out a bit or it has had a little bit of a clout. And when you rub that back light, you can slightly feel overspray. And if you look up here, that's where someone's burnt through with a mop, where they've been polishing it. And actually down here, you've got all the G3 compound all stuck in behind the light still. So this car's definitely had a bit of action, and I would say that this corner here has been painted, and possibly that is pushed in behind there. And I don't want to bid on it if I've got to start doing a load of pulling work and trying to get that straight. But it is a nice little car, 59 reg, done really low mileage, wants a wheel trim and a good tidy up. And like I said, the scratch and dent man right round it, because it has quite a lot of damage. It's a bit weird really, because you've got all that G3 on there, and clearly you can see, I mean, anybody be able to notice that that has actually burnt through with the mop there. You can't really pick it up on camera, but there is all swirl marks in the paint as well. So it's definitely had a buff. We've got some condensation on the inside of this window, and it will not wipe out. So there is a little bit of a story to tell there with that side of it. Again, with this backlight, feels kind of funny, and it is all got all condensation inside it. You can actually see there's a big massive run in it there. So I'd like to get the boot open on this, definitely. and have a proper look into it before we have a bid. It is quite bitty all around, but I'm quite confident if this is cheap enough, we'll be able to do all the little jobs on this and have a profit out of it with a bit of luck. I'm just about to go online. I've not had one of these for quite a long time. I don't know what that car will be worth now with that mileage on it. So I'm going to go and have a quick look online, see what they're making, reduce that by about 30%. And that's really what I want to be paying for the car. I do need to make a day's money out of it. And obviously I've got to account for all of this work in the price as well. So I'll be reducing that off. Also, there's not much down here at all. This is a potential for us, but it is quite bitty all around it. I'm not going to go into depth on it. I don't want to make this video too long, but it is an old 58. It's got quite a few paint imperfections. It's got a couple of trims missing off the front and the back, and all the wheels need a refurb. I've just looked on eBay. They're not worth loads of money anymore, so it's going to have to be quite cheap, but we will be having a bit of a bid on it. Sorry, I do have to keep the camera quite low. There is a lot of people walking around and I don't want to film them. It's not fair on them. So we'll come back once the auction's live, guys, and I'll let you know what's going through and what sort of money these 3 cars that we've picked out are making.
500 on a 58, lot number 10. MOT May, 500 Sports, good colour, leather upholstery, and good history with it as well. 5 service stamps on a 58 plate. Where big for that then? On a 58, lot number 10. Where's it going to be? What's it going to make? £2,500? Give me 1,200 star. £1,200, 12 bid 30, 30 bid 40, 40 bid 15, 15 bid 15, 15 16, 16 bid 16 bid, 16 15, 16 50 bid, 16 50, that's 16 50 bid, 16 50, 16 50 bid, that's 16 50 gone, £1,650 bid, 16 50, I put it on sale, it's £1,650, that's 16 50 bid, 16 50 bid, 16 50, 16 50, gone on again.
1650, incredible.
So one owner for the last 7 years. From super good saleable little car. Lot number 203, 203, Fox, Liberty Go. 51,000 miles on 59 plate. Should make £1,500. I'll start at 500, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sold, 900, bid, £900 bid, £900, £900, all done. I don't need £900 bid, £900, found this up. I don't need £900 bid, at £900 bid, also done, I don't need £900, at £900 bid, £900 for 50, 950, 950 now, 950 bid, 950 bid, 950 bid, it really is no money, it's £12,000, 1,000 bid, 1,000 bid, £1,000, right here, £1,000, 1,000 bid, can't see it, at £1,000, across the car sold away, 1,000, 2 former keepers, 10 shows down to it, 15 bid, £1,500, 15 got, 1,600, 1,600 bid, 1,600 pounds, 16 bid, at £1,600, you've got 17, I just 1650, 1650, 1650 now, 1650, 17 anyway, at 1650 1650.
1650. And this very, very rattly car, that's unbelievable, that price. Well guys, that was very, very interesting. Sorry, I thought I'd do this bit of the video now rather than when I got home. That way I can upload it, and by the time I get home, you'll be watching this video. We didn't actually come down here, like I said, to purposely buy something. But if there is something down here to buy, then I'll always have a go. And you never know, you can always, sometimes, not every time, but you can nick a little bargain at the end of the auction when it goes quite clear. And that Mini come through last, guys, and I mean, you heard it, that was the first of the R56s, so on a 58, but the money it made, I think it was finished on something like 1650, and that with the fees out the door, you know, you're looking at probably about 1850, 1900 pound, and that was far too dear for that car. But we had a good look round it, and it had quite a lot of paint imperfections. It needed quite a lot of corrections. It would have ended up owing about £2,200 done. It just, you couldn't sell it for that. It was a petrol 1.6 Cooper. So yeah, you never know until you come down and have a look. Those Range Rovers that we was looking through, I'm not desperate to change my missus at the moment. We got quite a late Evoque, and I am going to change that in the very near future. But we was over there looking at them cars, and there was, like I said, when Chris looked earlier at the auction, there was meant to be a Sport here, and it wasn't here. And when we was looking at them cars, obviously we went over there was other people looking. The guy come over and said a couple of them had sold, and then just before we was leaving, then every single one of them cars was loaded onto a lorry. And I said to the guy, what, you got to deliver them everywhere? And he went, no, the same guy bought them all. So all of those cars over there that we was looking at was a complete waste of time, because they was sold. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to waffle on. I want to get this video out there just to show you a bit of an insight into the auction for those of you that missed the last video. And if you do want to go back through and have a look at the back catalogue, please feel free. Guys, I do want to quickly put in this video, I know I used to put it in all the videos, and sometimes I take things for granted like everybody knows, but can we please keep the swearing out of the comments? I did get a warning from YouTube last night, and you only get 3 warnings and you're out. And I'm sure quite a lot of you want to continue watching these videos, and I want to continue putting them out there. But so yeah, if we could just keep the language down, that'd be absolutely brilliant. As usual, leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll read them and come straight back to you. Check out the merch store, link is in the description. Salvage Rebuilds on the old Instagram. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you in the next one.